Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at the last figure in Wave 1 of Super 7 Ultimate G.I. Joe figures. And that is Snake Eyes. All right, so here we are. Our last figure, Snake Eyes. Let's get it out of the box, see how we feel. We've had trouble with some of these figures being loose, really loose, especially at the legs and the hips. So let's see what we get with old Snake Eyes. And I believe with Snake Eyes you get timber. Let's check it out. There's your box. That's what they ship them in. All right, there's some of that stuff. Again, these are made by Super 7, and when it has the Hasbro logo on there, I'm thinking that's just because they have to pay Hasbro, because they have the license to G.I. Joe. Of course, they created it. And here he is. And the last one we opened was the Cobra Bat. Had all kinds of troubles with it. Did figure out some effect pieces and where they went, but with this one, here we go. We got the green. Let's get him out of the plastic here. This one, of course, again, came from Big Bad Toy Store. Put that to the side, and there you go. There's Snake Eyes in his shell here. Got G.I. Joe on the back. And over here we got G.I. W1 SNK01, so that's, I believe that's G.I. Joe Wave 1 and Snake Eyes 01. So if they come out with a second Snake Eyes, which I'm assuming they will, it'll be G.I. Joe Wave, whatever they're on, Snake Eyes 2. I guess that's what they're going to do, but I guess we'll find out as time goes by. But again, this just slides right off, and there he is. Set to the side. There's Snake Eyes. And with Snake Eyes, of course, you get timber. And if we remember on the mini-series, the Mass Device, if anybody's ever seen it, you get introduced to Snake Eyes, and Timber saves him from the big, was it a polar bear or just a regular? I think it was a polar bear. Yeah. On the back, you got some writing there. Sorry about the reflection, but I love these backs of these. They do have a kind of a file card, but it's on a computer monitor, and just really cool. Really cool. Get some pictures from the animated series. Of course, that's what all these are. They're based on the animated series. Let's get him out of the shell. Got our trusty knife here. Of course, I get under the flap and just kind of wiggle it up. I'd hate to tear something on these. And here we go. And there. We're off with our empty shell. Set that to the side. Now we have him in this cardboard container, and of course this has got the Starburst behind it. I call it a Starburst. I don't remember the original name of that. And this one do we have two plastic pieces? I think we do. Yes. So we take the first one off, and that gets us Timber, the backpack, and Snake Eyes' big gun. So there you have that. Set that to the side for now. And then the second, we'll show you that. I'll show you that in the cardboard in case anybody is curious. But once you take that first one off, you got your second layer of plastic back here, and that's what you got. Got the Starburst, like I mentioned before, behind it. And there we go. Nothing on these other than that, but I do love that they give you that. Here he is. Snake Eyes. From the Masked Device. Of course, he changed over time. You can see he don't have his gloves on. He's in the blue with the purple fixtures. Purple goggles. As he went on, we got the cooler. You know, we all decided that Snake Eyes was a lot cooler when he had his all black suit on. But, man, this is the way it was. That's the original. That is the original Snake Eyes. And I love how they went back and did that. Yep. And if you've seen the animated series, I would have liked to have seen some. He had that glow on him, if you remember in the series, in the Masked Device, when he went and found that element or that chemical, he got a glow on him, and then the old man found him in the woods. Timber saved him from the big polar bear. What an episode. Yep. Of course, that was the mini-series, but man, it was great. Everything tied in, and it was Cobra against G.I. Joe to get all these elements, and Snake Eyes went after this particular element. Can't remember what it was, but it was toxic, and he had a green glow around him for a while, and the old man took him and took all his clothes off, and you actually, I believe, did you get to see him pulling his mask on, I believe? Because as we know, Snake Eyes doesn't talk. You never hear him vocalize anything. You never see him without that mask, but in the Masked Device, you saw him as that guy healed him up. The old man in the mountains healed him up and saved his life, put him in the bed, got him better, and he washed his suit for him. Yeah, that was nice of that old man. He washed his suit and got all that toxic, was it green or blue? I want to say it was green, but man, what an episode. All right, let's start with the first. We do have his backpack. And just like Duke's, if you remember the episode I did opening Duke, he has these flaps. Arms go through I call them flaps, I guess, the straps. So there's that. We get a rifle. Oh, Snake Eyes rifle. And here, this is so awesome that they give us Timber. So we can get him out. Yep. So we're left with our empty plastic. Get rid of that. And here's Timber. Let's see. We have some articulation on Timber. His head, his neck, his head turns, then his whole neck turns. He can go all the way around. Shoulders. Does he have knee articulation? Yes. Yep. So he does. He can stand straight up, and not much movement, but there is some. Tail, go all the way around. Hips, back hips, they move, and the knee does have some movement in the knees, so you can get him in some running poses. That's pretty awesome. So there's good old Timber, old loyal Timber. Nice. He does get a little side to side too. You can say no and yes, and I would have liked to have seen a open mouth, another head. No, we didn't get that. I would have liked to have seen extra head for Timber, get him with his fangs. He's fighting that big grizzly bear. We might get that later. So let's get we have his. All right, we got some tape over his pistol and his radio so he can report back to the Joes. Boy. All right, there we go. Got his radio. Yep, nice. Got his blaster pistol. And I'm sure all of these were on that Masked Device miniseries, G.I. Joe Sunbow miniseries, but I can't recollect that pistol offhand. And this, I believe this, if I'm not mistaken, this was the container. And there you see it's got the Cobra emblem. So he gets this, and it has that toxic stuff in it. And when you get all three of them, put them together, you can rule the world. And G.I. Joe was trying to stop Cobra from getting all three, so Cobra couldn't rule the world. And that is pretty awesome that they gave us that. Hands are all taped up here. Get the tape off. And there. Alright, let's get our hands out. So, the hands that come with him look like they're gripping hands. They look like they're going to grip something. So, we'll start with you get a trigger finger for each hand. So that's his left hand trigger finger. You get his right hand trigger finger, same exact hand except mirror images. We get, come on there, we get a fist, a left fist. I don't know if any of this is showing up on there or not, but left fist, the right fist, and then we get some wide gripping hands. Can hold the barrel of a gun, or good wide gripping hands. We got wide gripping and close grip. And there's the other one. And now I'm excited to get this Snake Eyes out. I'm really hoping that he doesn't have loose legs. That bat was really, really loose. That Cobra bat that I opened. Let's see what we got here. Come on, Snake Eyes. Where should we start with you? Get his feet out. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we're a little loose on the hips again. Not as bad as the bat, I don't think. So we got him out. And I like this a lot. This might be my number one. He doesn't have all the bells and whistles on him like the others had. There's no holster. He has a little pouch here. He's got pouches on his chest. He's got pouches on his upper arms. Let's go through the articulation. He can look up slightly. He can look down slightly. Side to side. Head all the way around. Head is, I'm going to say, it's probably removable. Maybe not. I'm going to guess it probably is. Hands, definitely we know are going to be removable. Let's check our shoulders out. Can we do a T-pose? Yes. Pretty decent T-pose. So, straight up. You really got to look at your, that ball joint on the shoulder is tight. You got to be careful when you're moving these. Again, the package says 14 and up, 14 years of age and up. So there's his hands straight up and down. They do go all the way around. We got a twist on our upper arm. We got a twist on at our elbow. We got a single joint at the elbow. Our hands do twist all the way around. Waist, we're back to our ab crunch again, which he's not getting a lot there. But there's definitely a joint there. I'm glad to see that back. They didn't have that with a bat, which wasn't a big deal because, again, he was a robot. Hips, let's see, we get some decent splits. We get, there is no upper, there's no upper thigh rotation, but we do have that calf all the way around. Single jointed knees. Of course, they're pinless. And then our ankles. Can we get him to pirouette? Let's see. Sure, he can pirouette. And so that's that. I really like him. I think I'm going to do my favorite one in the wave, the Super 7 G.I. Joe Ultimates Wave 1, 4 figures. I'm going to do my favorite, my least favorite to my favorite soon. But right now, I really do like him. He might be my favorite. Let's see if we can get a radio in his hand. He's got to call those other Joes. You know how it is. Those Snake Eyes can get in trouble. I don't know if this is the radio holder or not. Yeah, there we go. Cobra holding his radio. Yeah, he can call in some reinforcements. Get that out of there. Let's try a trigger finger. Hands removable. Pull that hand off. Let's get him trigger finger. Pops on. That one popped on nicely. We'll start with his rifle. There you go. Holding his gun. With the single jointed elbows and knees, you don't get a lot of movement out of him, but these are not toys. There you go. You got Snake Eyes with his gun. He will stand up. Looking good. I do like this one. He's plain, but man, he's just like the cartoon. Try to get some side by side with a Sunbow cartoon, but man, that is awesome. I'm so glad they gave us an original Snake Eyes. They later on, when he got the all black outfit, he was cool. He gave him swords and stuff. I wasn't about that. I like my Snake Eyes a commando, not a ninja. So he did evolve, but I'm really glad they gave us this one. Let's get him here with Timber. Timber seems like he might be difficult to stand up. Ah, there he is. So you got Timber and Snake Eyes. Looking really good. Let's see if we can. We'll try to take his gun out. Try to get his backpack on. This can be kind of challenging. Got to kind of put your arms back like that. I guess it's better than having the peg holes to hold it on, but them over the shoulders. Oh, let's see. I went in the wrong way. There we go. I guess it is better than having peg hole in his back, but there he is. Here's his backpack. Let's give him his pistol this time. Get him a nice pose here. Elbows are kind of tight. There we go. Snake Eyes with his pistol. I'm wondering if he can he hold that? No, he's not going to be able to hold that, but he does have the splayed out hands, the really wide hands. Not sure what those are for. Almost, maybe he can hold this somehow. Not sure how he's going to hold it, but if you could get that in his hand, that would be kind of cool. I guess you could set him up and lay it on his hand, maybe. Yeah. We'll get a couple stills of that, but yeah, I like him a lot. So, Snake Eyes Super 7 G.I. Joe Ultimate. Oh, yeah.